Hey Taurus, I'm Crystal with Tranquil Ascending Flow. What I'm going to do today is a Reiki and Tarot insight together. I'm going to pull a couple chakra oracle cards and see what chakras need some love. I will send Reiki to that area, and then I'm going to do a collective tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. This is for the last week in November to the second week in December. I've cleared and meditated on the cards, and if you want to receive the healing, just nod and say I accept, and if you don't, say no. Our intention's the most important thing, so if you don't want to receive it, you won't. And with that, we will get started. I hope everybody is doing well. I know it's going to be a busy week with Thanksgiving coming up, and this is a good time to ground and center before time with family. Well, one of my friends, and I feel like I need to say this right now, has always said is never miss the opportunity to shut the fuck up. And that statement has stuck with me for years and has gotten me out of many a situation. So for whatever reason, I'm feeling very called to share that with you. I'm a Taurus moon, so sometimes the thought and the words, there's no pause, and I've really had to work on that. So that saying has stuck with me for over 10 years. All right, and I'm asking your guides and my guides to be here to protect us as I channel these messages for your highest good, your highest healing, and your highest timeline. Yay, gods. What does Taurus need to know? What chakras could use some love for Taurus? Thank you. Oh, 2 flipped. Okay. So money, which that's pretty spot on, right? You guys are really good with money. Number 14, which is the 5. And this is your sacral chakra. Finances, power, generosity, and abundance. So creativity too. The other card that flipped, self-expression. And we're talking about vocalization, individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. This is 32, which is another 5. So you may be seeing 55. Or fives. Fives are the number of change, so there could be change come in. And anything else? Anything else for Taurus? Thank you. This came out for another reading too. So this is a 9. Intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. So that's your crown chakra. So my intention is going to be to send Reiki to your crown, your throat, and your sacral. And then we'll see where we go. I have been guided to pull a couple twin flame soulmate cards for everybody. I feel like cycles are ending. And honestly, as I'm looking at this, you have the 2 5s is 10, so that's 1 plus 0 is 1. So you're starting over from experience from something, and this is 9. So you are at the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new. Maybe you're focused on your finances. Maybe you're learning something new so that you can speak it and teach it. Maybe it's something based off of passion and creativity. Your sacral chakra. We'll see. Ooh, thank you. So the first card I got was Unawakened. Thank you. Separation. A lot of people have been going through this. Self-worth. And then the other one, soul contract. So maybe there is a contract that you have with somebody. In the bottom of the deck, which you don't see coming, affair, bi, one-sided. So what I'm going to say, I've pulled more cards for you than I did for any of the other signs, Taurus. There could have been an affair. One of the two of you in the situation were unawakened, and there was separation, right? Somebody said goodbye and walked away based off of information coming from your higher self or their higher self. But that's in the past. Looks like it may have been a one-sided relationship. But what happened was either you or they stepped into their self-worth. And I feel like this is you. You are realizing your value. And you're not willing to put up with the one-sided karmic relationship anymore. And you're ready to shift into this new thing. I feel like whatever it is, it's going to be good, because it's soul contract is what I'm seeing. Unconditional, love at first sight, and a message. So there could be either a message from the person from the past. We're about to go into Mercury retrograde, so maybe they're coming back. But what I really feel for this is you're falling in love with yourself. You are learning about yourself and what makes you tick and what you need to feel fulfilled in a relationship. And maybe you're doing an inventory to become the person that you want to fall in love with, right? So you're literally creating a new relationship with yourself. And when we do that and we love ourselves first, then we can welcome in healthy love, right? Without attachment. And I mean, we're human, we're going to be attached, but unhealthy attachments, I should say. And it looks like you've stepped into that. You had to go through a period of separation to really see your worth and value. And maybe that contract has been fulfilled. That person taught you what you were supposed to learn, and it's time to move on. You can do it in love, but it's time for you to stand on your own, which I know, Taurus, you're really good at doing that. And maybe reassessing what do you want the rest of your life to look like. So the first card that flipped, Four of Cups. This is, she's focused on the 3D life, right? She's focused on the kids, the job, the responsibilities, all of this, 3D. And she's focused on the cups that have spilled. All she needs to do is turn her head and shift her perspective. And here's 5D. So this is a choice you're going to need to make. Maybe being outside and grounded, putting your bare feet in the grass to get grounded. But if she turned her head, it's like a whole new world would open up. It's just really our perspective. Thank you. Next card out, your challenge, Page of Cups. So this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And I think for earth signs, water can be a challenge, right? Not always, but in a lot of cases, because you are so grounded. To be heart-centered, right? He's not doing anything. He's sitting in a place of like meditation in front of the water. So connecting with water, the balance, earth and water. And he's letting his imagination go. He's been coming out a lot lately. When pigs fly, right? What if? And that's what I want you, instead of what could go wrong, what could go right? What if? Let your imagination go. Like, best case scenario, write it out. What do you want to manifest? This is what the universe, for pretty much every sign that I have been reading, and for all the private readings I've been doing, has been saying, this is the time to manifest. We just stepped into Pluto into Aquarius, so it's going to be instantaneous. But the thing is, we're always manifesting. It's either negative or positive, right? It's our choice. And so letting our thoughts go dark, we're pulling the negativity to us. But if we let our mind go and just daydream, I think that as grown-ups, we've lost the ability to tap into our imagination. And the 3D world says, I need to see something in 3D in order to believe it. And I say that's bullshit. I need to see it here in my imagination, in my third eye, and then it will manifest into my reality. Taurus, you are very good at pulling things into the 3D. You're master builders, master manifestors. I am a Cancer sun. So the challenge for me is getting the big idea out of here and into the 3D. I need more Taurus, right? The earth energy for that. This is telling me you need a little bit more water energy and kind of go with the flow and feel the energy around you. There are some days I wake up and I'm like, yep, I'm not doing anything today because my body just, doesn't feel well. And I don't do anything. I honor that. And then days that I feel super productive, I get a lot done. But it's ebb and flow with how you're feeling that day. Recent past, I'm going to say it could have been a third-party situation that you walked away from. And maybe it is leaving you in a place of feeling lack, feeling not good enough, not chosen. This can also talk about, honestly, it kind of feels like wish upon a star. Maybe you have done that. Maybe you've done that with like a soul tribe, because it gives me that vibes too. Maybe you have men or women that are there to support you along this journey, and you're manifesting together. You're all wishing on a star, and we can do together much quicker than what we can do alone. This has been coming out a lot too. So 44 might be significant to you. This is rest. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is your near future. Healing the heart. She has this heart with the cord around it, and she's trying to mend it. Self-care, self-care, self-care. This is going within, quieting the noise outside to find out what's true for you. And it's really taking time to quiet those thoughts. Okay, I love this. The Empress is what your higher self wants you to know. So that's the world and the moon connected. This is Venus and Taurus. So this is all about the nice, the good things in life, sensuality, pleasure, abundance, right? She's been given something and has multiplied it. Creation. She's got the world, right? She's manifesting the world. And it could be a baby. It doesn't have to be. You get to a certain age, you're not having babies anymore. That energy needs to go somewhere. And so you see some, people my age starting their own businesses and things like that. It could be a creative project. And so 33 and 44 may be significant. Okay. How did Taurus get here? Thank you. 6 of Cups. So something I'm going to say over the last 6 weeks to 6 months happened. And what that did, it made you do the healing work, the inner child work, right? And heal those wounds. There may be, dogs may be significant as like a spirit guide or a familiar. But this is like healing from the past. It could be bridging the gap for people who come next. Maybe you have learned what works for you and how to heal yourself. And now you're sharing that or wanting to share that with the world. I feel like it could be, you could be a light worker. Your current energy right now. Knight of Wands. So I'm going to say, yeah, music, drum circles, singing bowls have showed up. Sound, that's a good way to get into a channeled state. The Knight of Wands is kind of a player of the deck, so maybe you are out there kind of dating people just to see, you know, what you like. Very social. Loses interest kind of quick. This is Aries, Leo, Sag. But is really grounded and connected to source and psychic. So maybe you are tapping into some psychic abilities you didn't realize that you have. This is outside influences. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The King of Swords is the king of discernment. He is the king of thinking. He don't come to him with anything emotional. He doesn't want to hear it. Just state the facts. Brilliant. Loves to learn. Loves to teach. Good businessman. So a raven or a crow, a bat or an owl may be important. But what I want you to see is he's sitting there. His sword's down. It's in his left hand. That's, yeah, his left hand. That's the hand of receiving. So he's not like necessarily ready to take action. He will if he needs to, but he's on top of a mountain. He's in a state of meditation. He is communing with nature and the birds to get his thoughts in check, right? And if this is your energy right now, maybe you do need to lean into, because fire has a hard time, and I'm a Sag rising, I know, of quieting those thoughts. So finding a place of stillness to discern the facts, right, from the emotions, detaching your emotion from it, just looking at, okay, what has this situation taught me, right? I've done the soul searching. I'm ready to create something new. Maybe my soul tribe has already shown up, or I'm leaving behind a third party. And maybe that's a little scary too. Maybe it was a third party and your heart was seriously broken and you're not ready to settle down into like a relationship right now. You just want to go out and have fun and play the field. And if that's the case, then do so. Just don't hurt anybody in the process, right? Be honest about your intentions. So 2 cards flipped. I'm going to take them. Goals and aspirations. There's a new idea coming in. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Ace of Pentacles that hasn't been planted yet, right? But the roots are sprouting, so it's about to take root. And since it's Pentacles, it could have the ability to be financially successful if you've nurtured them to the 10. And then the last card out, and I've been getting this a lot too, the 3 of Wands. Did I get the 2 for you? No. 3 of Wands is I've asked the universe for what I want, and this is goal, final outcome, and this is I'm waiting for it to show up in the 3D, right? 3 of Wands, I always think of 3D. It takes a while to show up, but whatever you've been waiting for is coming in, and it could be a new love. Honestly. And Taurus, since this is for you, like the Empress is your card. So maybe you have the new idea. You see the full potential and you're very passionate about it. And maybe this King of Swords is coming in to help you hash out the details, right? So you can start something over. So maybe, you know, it could be a person showing up, because again, like resources, we think money. It's not just money. Our body is of the earth, so it could be health. Other people, right, are usually the resource. It's not saying here's $1 million, good luck. It's okay, you need help in the next step of this process. Here's a person that shows up in your life at exactly the right time. And I really feel like that's what this is telling me. And it could be a business partner that turns into, you know, a romantic partner or a soulmate. But you just need to get to know them because it's a new energy coming in than what you're used to. But it's something that you have set your intention with. The universe is coming in. And as I say that, it may be new communication, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is bottom of the deck. 9 of Pentacles. So that pentacle has the potential to make it to the 9. So whatever this information is, it's abundant. It's you're going to be thankful for it and be able to share it with others. And then turning into the King of Pentacles, and he is again in meditation. He's on the land, but his hand's in the water. So it's that balance between your Taurus energy and some water energy. And maybe you do have like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that is strong in your chart. So it's kind of leaning into that. And even as I see this, right, it's balance, earth and water and air. Because whatever it is that you're doing, you're passionate about it. And I feel like with a little bit of nurturing and love, it's going to come to pass. And here's a secret. Taurus is all about the body. We just had a Taurus full moon, super moon, last one of the year. Our energy is shifting, and things are going to be coming, much quicker. And what I've learned is, and you've heard this a million times, as within, so without, as above, so below. Well, the as within, so without. How am I treating my physical body? Am I taking care of it? Am I going to the gym? Am I eating healthy? What are the things? Am I sleeping enough? And the better I treat my physical body, the better the outside world shows up for me. So if I want clients to come in, I focus on self-care, and it sounds very counterintuitive, but every time I do something for myself, I inevitably get a phone call. Hey, can you do a reading? Hey, I need a Reiki session. Hey, can you dog sit for me? Whatever the it is, it just comes. I don't have to chase it. People find me. So I hope something that I said resonated. If it did, and you can hit like or subscribe, it would help me out greatly. And I really do appreciate it. Feel free to share this with anybody who could use this information. And until next time, I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving, and namaste.